Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin and I am so glad that you are here. Here on this channel, we're a community of people that are passionate about talking about life, Jesus, and the journey of faith in a real, honest, and open way. So if that's something that excites you, I encourage you to hit subscribe down below so that you can stay up to date on the content on this channel. But today we are talking about something that I think is so exciting that could have such a big impact on your life. And it's a quote I came across recently. It's not a new quote. It's been around for a long time, but it's new to me. And it impacted me so profoundly that I was like, I got to share it with my people because I love you guys and I want to share it. So this quote is by a guy named Count Nikolaus von Zinzendorf, which that's like the coolest name I have ever heard. First of all, if you have Count in front of your name, like already you got street cred, right? But like von Zinzendorf, like just try saying it. Like you'll thank me later. It's a good name. If you're looking for a name for your kid, maybe von Zinzendorf. Like, just try it. Okay, back to the quote. So the quote was this: "Preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten." And right now you might be saying, that's not very inspiring. I'm not going to put pretty mountains behind that and put it on my Pinterest. It's not going in my Instagram bio, but just stick with me. I know it's not as feel-good as many quotes, but I think there's such profound truth in this. I think this is a quote that could really revolutionize the way that you approach ministry, the way that you approach the Christian walk, your journey with Jesus. Preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten. You see, the reason the subtitle of this video is a modest critique on celebrity pastor culture is because I increasingly see in the church culture of today this tendency, this danger of people seeing the church as a platform, seeing the church as a vehicle through which they can make their own name great. Because we see these people who have amassed huge audiences, and I'm not hating on them. I follow them. I enjoy them. I'm so glad that God has blessed them with these ministries that are impacting thousands upon thousands of people. But I think the danger is that young people and people in ministry and just all types of people, they see this and they see, oh, the church is a way for me to grow my brand. I can make my own name great through the church, and our pride and our ego gets wrapped up in this. We begin to idolize it. We might not even realize it, but before we know it, we're taking God and we're taking His church as something to bring us glory. But this quote, it just rips right through that. It cuts you to your core because its realism just says, preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten. It brings you back to the core of what this is all about. It brings you back down to earth and says, would I still do this if the day I take my last breath is the last time anyone ever remembers me here on earth? You see, in ministry, in our Christian walk, in our life with Jesus, it should never be our goal to bring glory to ourselves, that we have to recognize that God alone is worthy of praise. He alone should be the object of our glory, that we should live to bring Him glory. He alone is worthy, that we should never pursue any endeavor that is out to just bring ourselves glory, because we do not deserve it. It is by grace that we are where we are. It is by grace that we have breath in our lungs. When we fully realize the full extent of God's grace for us, His love for us, the grace that He's shown to just allow us to exist, to be part of His creation, to experience His love and His salvation, which is only through grace. It brings us to our knees and says, I deserve none of the praise, none of the glory. All gifts given to me come from God. All glory should go back to God because He alone deserves it. It's not my job to bring praise to my name. It is not my job to amass followers for myself. It is not my job to make my name great. It is my job to extend His name and His glory and praise out into the world because He alone deserves it. It is our job to spread His message into the world, to make disciples, not to make followers of ourselves, but make disciples of Him, make followers of Him, teaching them to obey Him, not us, not to love us, but to love Him. That is what this is all about. It is not about making ourselves great, but we need to lessen ourselves and bring Him glory. We must become less so that He can become greater. Because He deserves it. Because it is by His grace that we even exist. He alone is worthy. And you see, I want to leave you with this. See the funny paradox about this whole thing? As there are so many paradoxes in the Christian faith, like we have to lay down our life to find it that the last will be first. The funny paradox about this is that if you live your life solely to bring glory to God and not to yourself, to live a life that says preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but there's a good chance you won't be forgotten. Because a life that is lived solely for the glory of God is a life given in service to others, and people like that make an impact on the world, an impact that far outlasts them because they weren't trying to bring glory to themselves. People actually remember them because it has such an impact, because no one is doing that. You see, this school that I'm sitting in right now is a testament to that. The Moody Bible Institute, named after D.L. Moody, the famous evangelist. He never wanted this school to be named after him. In fact, originally it was not named after him because he did not want it named after him. He refused positions of prominence. He refused positions that made his name great. He did not want his name to be extended, to be glorified, but only God's. But when you live a life like that, you're remembered so often because you impact people so deeply. You leave a legacy. But it's only when we seek to bring glory to God that we actually have a chance of making an impact that actually means something, of leaving a legacy that is worth reading, that is worth sticking around, a legacy that survives because we brought glory to the one who is worthy of it. We brought glory to the one that will far outlast our short earthly lives. Preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten. It might not make a great Pinterest quote. It might not make you feel good and fluffy inside, but it can change everything for you. Everything. But will you have the humility to say, it's not about bringing glory to me. I don't exist to further my brand. I don't exist to make my name great. I exist for his glory because he alone is worthy. Preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Seriously, it means the world to me. I just so appreciate you. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope that this quote, it impacts you in the way that impacted me, and that it will reshape how you think about what you're doing and your motivations for doing different things. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd really encourage you to click like, click subscribe if you haven't already, and become part of this community. That would mean so much to me, and I think you'll get so much out of it. And leave me a comment letting me know what you thought. I love reading those comments. I love interacting with you guys. So please, if you enjoyed it, leave me a comment. I'd love to talk with you. But until next time, guys, be on the lookout for more videos. We're going to be jumping back into that evangelism series. I'm super pumped about that. And until next time, guys, go out and love God and love others, because that will change the world. Peace. See you guys next time.